I shouldn't be muted this time. I even checked the mic to make sure I didn't like accidentally give a little tap. Hopefully everything's just working. Good morning, everybody. How are we feeling? It's Sunday. Never really played until I had some friends. Listen, I'm easily influenced by the shenanigans and mischief making of fictional men. We've established that. But I'm not athletically inclined. So I don't really know what to do with balls. All right, cool, sick, nice. We're wrapping it up. That was great. All right, well, shortest stream ever. Thanks everyone. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Kosinski, I'm here to be honest. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The hair does not look this good without the headphones on. Like, let's be very clear. But the eyebrows, that's all me. So I will take credit for that. I am still doing ballet. I will have a recital coming up. Or a showcase. I think one of the little kids has like a child crush on me. And it's really cute. Because every time I see her, she looks at me and she says, "You're pretty." Like apropos of nothing, just like randomly, and then hugs me like several times in a row. And I'm just like, this is really cute, but I know what you are. You'll figure it out later, but I know what you are now. She's super cute. This is the same student who overheard me talking to a group of other adults, and she heard me use the word X and she in the same sentence. And I want to say she's like, I have a hard time gauging the age of children because I am an only child. I wasn't really around young, like the aging process it's foreign to me. I don't get it. So this child could be anywhere between the ages of like 9 and 12. Maybe? I have no idea. And she was like, "Your ex is a girl." And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Ex-girlfriend." I said, "Yeah." And she said, "You're pretty." And then she gave me 2 hugs and ran away. And she was in the studio last week while I was in class. And we were all practicing. She goes, "You're pretty." And hugged me several times. And I was like, "Thank you." And as I was like getting ready to leave, she like gave me a hug, and then I was talking to somebody else, so she gave me another hug, and I'm just like, "You're adorable. You are so cute. You're my favorite. Never change." I don't know if they say break leg. That's something we used to say in theater, but I don't know if that's Kate. Like I was watching the math happen, but she's adorable. The kids are all super cute. So I won't need to cancel stream the day of the recital, but it'll probably need to be a short stream. I don't think it'll impact us too much because I imagine we'll be done with the DLC before that happens, so I won't feel compelled to like reach a progress milestone. Because I don't know what we're gonna do after the DLC, but I'm kind of leaning towards Alan Wake. I don't know. I'll have to go through my list. Maybe Final Fantasy 14 Fridays will actually be a thing. I've got to play. I have to make progress in MSQ. Maybe it'll be a temporary thing. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking Alan Wake. Yeah. Every other game on the list, might make me sad. And I was like, you know what? It's August. By the time we start a new game, it'll be September. I don't need to be sad in the fall. I'm not really feeling that. Let's just not. Necrophystless, I don't know. That's the thing. My heart tells me I want to start with 2 because that seems to be like more polished. But all of the Alan Wake enjoyers out there are like, "No, listen, you have to start. You've got to start with 1. And actually, like, not only do you need to start with 1, but you got to play like 2 other games." And I'm just like, not sure about the 2 other games part, but maybe I'll start with 1. I'm easily influenced by the opinions of others when it comes to like games and which orders to play them in. So we'll see. Musty, what on earth is the Twitch mobile update? What have they done? You will play Control. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Because otherwise I was like, I could do The Last of Us. Then I was like, no, sad. I will need to pick a game for October, which I have spent all year thinking would be Bloodborne RL4. But there's a lot of other really good atmospheric, spooky games for the month. And I won't lie, FromSoft to me, yes. Sorry, Mochi just like headbutt the door, but then didn't actually come in. He just like put his face into wood for some reason. FromSoft and me, we may not be on speaking terms after this DLC, so we'll see. I don't know. One of us might have to move away and reinvent ourselves. Yeah, he's screeching. I won't lie. One of the reasons I was late was because the mixer broke, but the other reason I was late was because Mochi was in a box. I got a package and I left the box on the floor, so he's in the box, and I was distracted for probably the better part of 7 minutes singing a song to him about how he was a box cat and only like stupid things sit in the box. It was yeah, so, you know, the box cat song ate up a substantial part of stream prep. But I won't apologize for that. It was great. Yeah, I liked it. I had fun. Alan Wake 1 Control, and half the time it took you... Really? Yeah, was I not supposed to sing a song about my cat being a box cat? Please. Who wouldn't want to serenade a cat in a box? There's a part of me that wonders if I can like make one of the cubbies into a little cat shelter for him if I put like some soft things in there. But that would require me to get rid of a lot of books, so that may not actually be in the car, but it would be so cute. Little cubby for cat cubby. Ooh, like fun, cute. Then he can stop hanging out in boxes, like under my mom's bed, which I don't like. So but on the docket for today, this is a really long tangent away from me being able to say, I've never played volleyball, but I want to play volleyball because of anime. It's the only sport I have any interest in. I don't care about basketball. I don't care about baseball. So you know what? I could kind of care about soccer, maybe, actually. Yeah, that might compel me. But volleyball. But I don't know how to learn to play or like where to go to play. I'm sure there are clubs, but they all probably have like experience, and I would just be there like, hey, I watched this anime and it made me want to learn a sport. Like I'm not sure if everyone there would be very accommodating of that. So, hey Holden, what's going on? How's your Sunday been? Haikyuu, Kosinski. Haikyuu is perfect. It's a perfect piece of media. It's very special to me. Ask the people what the rules were. Kind of remembered how to see, but I don't understand. Do they? Okay, that is a level of patience I was not going to expect. But like joining a club would also require me to like leave the house and like socialize with people I don't know, and I'm just like, but what if I stayed home and socialized with the people that I do know in my magic box? Right? Where the internet is and games are. Oh, I love rock climbing. There are a couple of really good bouldering gyms in my area, but they're not conveniently located, which is the only reason I don't have a membership, because it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to go climbing. It's like, well, it's like 20, 30 minutes away, and then it's like, oh, but if there's traffic, that becomes 50 minutes. And it's like, I don't really want to drive almost 2 hours round trip to scale a wall, even though I do enjoy scaling walls. Geketsu, you do a lot of climbing, yeah? Yep, that's it. I worry mostly about being judged by other people in a fitness environment. I used to do some swimming, and my friend was a lifeguard, and I told her, I was like, man, I I wish that pools didn't have lifeguards because I don't want people fucking looking at me while I'm swimming. I don't need them up there in their literal ivory tower being like, oh man, look at the fucking lack of form on that piece of shit. Has this troglodyte's been on land too long? They might as well return to the primordial soup. That's the only way they're gonna get better. And she was like, do you want to know what we do? We sit there and we think about anything but you in the water. It's like we do our little head rotation and we don't pay attention to anything else. We don't think about you. And I was like, but I think that you might, and that's enough to deter me. I don't know, Holden. Sometimes I just adopt a voice every now and then. There's not really an explanation or reason to it. 3 o'clock shift. Yay! I'm glad you get to hang out for a little bit longer. I hope that your shift is not going to be you outside in the hot sun again. I hope they give you a break from that. There's too much milk in this tea. I keep doing this to myself. I keep thinking this will brew up stronger than it actually is and adding way too much milk accordingly. Damn it. John, it's fine. Don't eat. I can't. I don't want to think about the state of travel or public transportation in my area. It's gonna make me sad. Every now and then every now and then I think about moving back to Japan, and I'm like, what if I did it though? Actually, what if I went back? I mean, depending on how like November goes, it's like maybe anyway. Why shouldn't I live in a place with like good healthcare and like really good public transportation? Why not? Maybe. We'll see. No one has AC. There's no relief inside. No. Freya, where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. You totally do not have to answer that. I'm sorry if I just asked you a really invasive question in a super like public forum. Do you speak conversationally? Yes. Don't ask me to converse academically about like philosophy or like medicine, like shit like that. And obviously, as is the case with any language, if you don't use your language skills, you do lose comprehension gradually over time. So I could do with a refresher. But when I left, I was conversationally fluent. Yeah. Pacific Northwest. That's where I wish I could be. Instead, I'm in the desert. Every now and then I look at rental prices for Seattle. And I have a screenshot of this because it sounds completely unbelievable. And I found what was otherwise like a brand new unit in Seattle. It was you could buy it. It was a condo for under $100K. And I was like, well, I'm not in the market to buy, but I look at rent prices enough to know that's not normal. What's going on here? Why is it so cheap? And I went diving into the building. And it's because it was a 3-bedroom unit, but you were buying a bedroom. You were buying one bedroom in the unit. That was yours. You owned the bedroom. And the HOA fees were $2,000 a month. And I was just like, all right. Fucking hate it. I closed the tab. I threw my phone onto the bed in disgust. I was so mad. Yeah, literally. I was like, whoa, hey, I'm so mad. I was just like, great, all right, cool, it's fine. Yeah, I used to in a building because the pool is indoors usually, but sleep on their floors, honestly. Yep. I want to be in like Seattle or Portland so bad. But it's like, it's the same or higher cost of living than what I already have. So it's like, man, it's hard to justify it. But I love the weather. I love the general environment and ambiance of those areas. Holden, I have never seen $2,000 a month. I thought it was a typo. And then I had to pull up the listing on another site, and it was also $2,000. So either they really fucked up, just like putting this listing out there, or it was legitimately $2,000 a month in HOA fees. And I was just like, no, that's not. I was like, is this a money laundering scheme? What is this? Who's living here? Literally, non-crab is like, is there a masseuse in the building? Do I get free deep tissue massages every week? Like, what is the deal? What could you possibly do? with $2 grand a month. Are we putting a new roof on every like 5 years? I know, Frey, I want to so bad. Hang on. I woke up with lower back pain, so every 15 or 20 minutes or so I've got to turn on my little electric machine that like sends fucking shocks into my spine. It makes me feel good. This sounds really scary. You can pick these TENS units up at like drugstores. They're awesome. Fully endorsed. But I love Colorado. It's so pretty there. I think I would still prefer Pacific Northwest or like certain Midwest areas also. I think I would really enjoy. Midwest has the added benefit of like a lower cost of living, but also potentially more hostile to my very existence. So it's like, let's roll these dice. My dice roll motion is just fucking jacking off. I don't know why. I'm like, let's roll the dice. And it's just like every time I do it on camera, my friends are like, that's not what it looks like. And I'm like, if you expect me to bring my hands together and do this, that's worse somehow. That's like a shake weight. That's it. But they fly. Yeah, I'm rolling the dice. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here. But today in the game, we will be moving through the hinterlands towards Fingeroons to Electric Boogaloo. I would also very much like us to do a brief NPC sweep. I would love if someone commented on the defeat of a Lord of Frenzied Flame. That would be really cool to me. I understand if they don't, given that he was kind of like sealed at the bottom of the abyssal woods where sunlight couldn't penetrate and people were forbidden to go. But it would be nice if I had someone talk about it a little bit. It would be cool. Sick fight. Loved the fight. I want to hear if someone could link the boss track for me to listen to in Discord. That would be awesome because it was very cool. Really, really thoroughly enjoyed that fight. Probably the best one they've had, honestly. I think Rolana was more fun to fight. But I think that the spectacle and horror of Midra was really special. That was well done. That was very well done. Yeah, Holden, we got him! He was sick. He was nice. He was cool. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any more information, but I would like some information. The dynamic of everything going on inside the manse, where it seems like a completely unprovoked slaughter of heretics who are probably not actually heretical, who may have become heretical after being the brutal slaughter, you know. But something about Nananya something about Nananya seems creepy. And maybe that's just because we've got Nishandra and Nadalia and the other N bride from Dark Souls 2. Maybe I'm just biased against women whose names start with N. I don't know. But something about her feels very sinister in a way. And I feel like whatever happened in there was her fault, probably. God forbid women do anything, right? But the meter fight was sick. The meter fight was really, really sick. I believe we have a couple of unfinished areas. We will need to revisit Jagged Peak. We've got the hinterlands we can hopefully do today. We have the ruins of Rao, and then the unexplored Dark Chamber in the Shadow Keep, which I think is probably a fight or something really significant. So I would like to save that for last, unless it really makes no sense to do that for some reason. Again, I'm operating under the assumption, which may or may not be correct, the Shadow Keep is probably like the last major area, but we'll see. Assumptions have served me very poorly throughout this DLC experience overall. So, and the tree. That's right, Necrophis. We do have a tree area. We should do tree before chamber. Yes, and there's also that chalice area, which I feel like we'll need to revisit. Because why is there just a thing out there if I can't, like, do anything with it? But that was also how I felt about the big empty space behind me, Drizmance, and it turns out that's actually just fucking inaccessible. Oh, and we found an island when we were looking at the map, and I was like, have I been there? Can we go there? So we might try to go back to an island. But maybe that's also not accessible, which is a fun little treat for me as a player. I'm not familiar with games being like, hey, here's a space you can see. Can't go there, though. I'm like, oh, nice. Okay, cool. But let's get into the game. We will take our first break in like 30 minutes, which is great because I'll have to heat up this tea. I might add another. I might heat it up and then add another tea bag. There is way too much milk in this tea. Hang on. My coffee is cold, but has the right amount of milk. You know, we just can't win. The drink can be hot or well blended. Can't have both, apparently. All right. Be throwing ice in it. But that dilutes it. That makes it watery, which is worse. Do you know what I mean? All right, I'm going to take us into the game because I need to, what do I need to do today? I need to read an entire book, but it's short, and I have been told it is very good, so I have high expectations. I need to chew through Psalm of the Wild Built for book club tonight, and I need to go for a walk. And I need to buy frames. That's it. Okay. Frames should be easy. I'm going to get my frames for Anime Expo on the shelf. I'm very excited for it. I remembered most of them, but forgot my favorite. And I can't wait for that Rohan print to go on the wall. Every time I say Rohan's, every time I think about Rohan, I'm like, if I cut my hair and like dyed it green, like I've got to stop letting fictional boys dictate literally everything about me. I said it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna stop. But like it's nice to manifest as like an unlikely possibility at some point. Oh, Kate, did you read it? My book club friend said it was really, really good. And she said there's also a sequel, which I was not familiar with. So it's quite a short read, I believe. So we were gonna do that, and then a longer book, and then the sequel. But she said it was really fun, so I'm very excited. Now I'm very confident I actually launched Elden Ring and not Final Fantasy, but nothing is happening on my computer. It just took it a really long time. Why not? Okay. I'm gonna take us onto the game screen. I might need to like de-dust or defur my computer. She's making some weird sounds, which is like fine, but maybe we make sure that there's not just like a bunch of mochi fur in the fan, because there was last time. We wanna be cognizant of that kind of shit. Oh no, Gorsby, I hope your internet stabilizes.
Good.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. All right. So here's what I think I don't need. Wonk. I'm not going to need that. I think we should do a fit check. Personally, if we're going to be in this very pretty flowery area, I also want to be pretty and flowery. So
I won.
Freya, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that so much. Can we get some love in chat for Freya, please? Well, we're not going to do the Dark Chamber yet. I think we're probably like 3 or 4 streams away from Dark Chamber. Because my goal is... What is this here? Right, these are 2 different. My goal is this today, which I think we can do because it feels... I think it's going to be largely exploratory. And then... So that'll be 1 stream. This will be 1 stream or maybe 2 streams. This is small, so this should be like half a stream. So we'll say 1, 2, 3... 4, and then Dark Chamber. So 5 at the most, because Bale seems like a piece of shit. And that might take me a little bit. But we'll see. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. Yeah. And I do want to swing back by some of our NPCs. So let me see. Let me be. So we've got the flower crown. I want to look.
I won.
My message was a praise. It happens at the start of stream. I would love if it would happen later when I'm in a fight, like yesterday with Mean Draw. Also, Holden, thank you for subscribing. Can we get some love in chat for Holden also, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope the weather in Texas is nice and cool today. In the Southwest, it has been miserable. This whole week has been miserable. So I hope you are experiencing a little bit of a reprieve. Happy to be here. We are happy to have you. All right, I want to look flowery. I would say like Merchant's pretty flowery. It's got the right color scheme. But the cape is awfully large. Now we could take the cape off. No, you know what I think we're gonna end up doing? If we wanna be like very springy and kind of purpley, we could page garb it, or we could do traveler's clothes. Maybe we page, actually. Guardian looks pretty nice too, though. Yeah, we'll lean into the purple. We've not done that before, I don't think. Is it maybe tomorrow? Fingers crossed for tomorrow, then. Because otherwise, the only thing we could... Yeah, the only other thing we could do would be Merchant. But the cape is... But I think the cape would be too heavy for this zone. We could take the cape off, actually. Hang on. Let's see what this looks like. Feels so blasphemous to take the cape off, because the cape is the coolest part of this. Actually, I kind of like this. I won't lie. Did that become, like, vaguely Scottish? At the end? That inflection? Not really sure what's going on with the big, like, slash mark in the back. But hang on. No, I kind of like that. And I'm going to put on Rajier's gloves. And then... Actually, we might need Rajier's pants more than anything. I think we're going to need Rajier or Albert's pants. Yeah? Okay, I need different gloves. Hang on. No. Something springy. Something light. No, I don't want the deathbed armor. That's just it. That would be like too dark, I think. Not very springy. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're actually gonna have anything better. I might just put on Carrion gauntlets and be done with it. That might coordinate with the mail detail that we see on the back. Yeah, we can try this. It's weird. It's probably not the best fit we've ever done, but it's different. So that's kind of fun. I do want to take us to an NPC sweep, however. So I'm going to go here first. And then we'll talk to Grandma. And I think that legitimately may be like the only people we can chat with. Hi.
Enough of you.
Okay. Oh. He's gone. Well, where did he... Why are you fighting? I'll check the graveyard. Examine? Wait, I can examine his throne? Ooh, I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if I should do that. I'm gonna check the graveyard.
Forgive me. I failed you. Failed to birth you whole. I was not ready to be your mother, but I can still stay here. Nice and close. For now, my dear. Sleep soundly.
Is he out here? Is that him? The game better not have this person attack me if I come to see what's going on. Hi. This NPC definitely saw the TV glow.
I will return shortly. Please, allow the two of us a moment alone.
Okay.
I will return shortly. Please.
This makes me sad actually, because didn't we examine this tombstone previously and wasn't it like their son? Okay. Okay. This is an overly cautious Heaven's Door, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. So this person has given us a map that they want us to visit. My concern is if I examine the chair, the quest line might fork and you get, here's what happens if you go to the ruins, here's what happens if you examine the chair. So Heaven's Door, can I do both? Can I do both? Yes! I think we're gonna examine the chair. Okay. Ooh, I'm still nervous. Okay. We better put it back the way we found it. This is not what I had in my... Oh, hello. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one at all. I think we should leave. Nice. Finger ruins of Meir? What? Sword Hand of Knight Anna? I don't know. You know what? No, no. Oh! Hey! Okay, I'm gonna trick this. I don't know if we should do this right now. So I'm gonna trick him. Ooh, I'm gonna run so fast. I'm gonna go back. I'm going back up the ladder. I'm going back up the ladder. 100%, 100%, 100%. Bye. Oh no! Oh God! No God! Oh my God! What have I done? No, stop! Can I? No, I can't do anything. Wait, can I fast trap? I'm in combat. I can't fast trap. Oh God. Okay, I think they're not even hurting. They're not hurting me. Oh my God, they're knocking me off. I had no idea they could do that. Cause every punch I saw blood, so I assumed I was taking damage. No, he's back in his fucking chair. Heaven's Door. Am I locked out of that area now? No. Yeah, how the fuck am I getting my runes back? I had 400,000 runes! Okay. Well, I'm talking to you, because aren't you also a sword hand?
Enough of you.
Okay. Hey, can you let me back into the secret hole under your chair?
Did you espy something unsightly, perchance?
Well,
Well, put it out of your mind. The stars will reveal the truth.
no, you don't understand.
Free yourself of any misconceptions, lest they bring woe upon the both of us.
No, but I lost I dropped so much money down there.
Oh, hello. Is something the matter? May the gleaming stars guide you evermore.
Oh no.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Gleaming stars guide.
I'm gonna see if we can force him to leave. Oh man, that's so disappointing. Okay. I thought maybe if we interacted, maybe we just need to rest again. Yeah, let's try resetting. I didn't think, Weary. I didn't think. Okay, so there's another rest. Okay, he's still there. I'm gonna try passing. Yeah, we'll try passing the time. Oh. Okay, I didn't mean to look at the wall. Maybe we need to pass the time and then rest again? Maybe we need to talk now that it's night.
Oh, hello. May the gleaming...
Okay, can you leave? And do you still hate me?
Enough of you.
Yeah, you do. See, and it's like, yeah, that is the kind of response that women should give me, but it hurts to receive it all the same. Is there a switch action? Surely I can't push his chair while he's in it. I imagine it was probably like for a message or a bloodstain or something. Yeah, there's a message, allegedly, that I'm on top of. You're so mean! I would never! Evil. This player base is full of evil people. And it's like, don't mind me. Maybe we just like spam the rest button. Give me my runes back. I didn't think that an NPC sweep would be dangerous. Traveling to the Grace. Okay. Yeah, sure. Then let's just pop over to the bridge. And we'll just go back. All right, Heaven's Door, how do I make this man move? I got too much stuff in his basement. I want my stuff back. So keep passing time. Okay. So it's not even a resting issue. It's gonna be like morning to night? Well, this is janky, but we're all in it together. No! I don't want to advance the quest. I want my money! This is just reminding me of that like really old comedy sketch. Sketch? I said sketch. I think I got between skit and sketch that Will Ferrell has with that like toddler. And she's playing his landlord and she's like, I want my money! Where's the rent? Like, give me my money. Blow the horn? I haven't even been to that area! No! No, I refuse to renounce my materialism. I refuse. Okay, we're gonna cycle through this like 6 times. I don't know. The only bell that I rang was this one. That's the only one I have. We've not even been here yet. How did this happen? Okay, we're gonna pass time to morning. I mean, I figured there was probably another one because it looks the same and they gave us another map, but I'm starting to think we might be smoked. I'm starting to think we might be smoked. I'll do this 2 more times and then leave and come back. And if he has not left, I think we might just have to accept that we are locked out of. That sucks so bad, actually. That sucks so bad. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pass time at a different grace point and then teleport in and see if that makes a difference. I don't think it will. I think we're smoked. Oh man. So we've cycled through morning, night, morning, night, morning. This is the third time. Oh man. I don't have any twig talismans, Holden. I think we're smoked. Okay. Well, then I guess we have absolutely no choice but to cover all of this ground until we get here and hope we don't die. Oy vey. So, yeah. Hi, Ilias. What's going on? Heaven's Door on the physic. If I drink the no rune loss on death physic and then die, do I lose runes I have already dropped? How does this work? Ilias, it goes poorly. No. Okay. So, I guess we just gotta always be sipping. That is not the right grace point. We're gonna go from here. We're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to chug and sprint. And then, can I get a time duration? How long this lasts for? It's 3 minutes. Okay. I'm starting a timer. I'm not fucking around. Not on your life. Because I have no idea even... I'm assuming there are going to be grace points between here and where I need to go. But I have 3 minutes to find them. Which is not a lot of time. So... I can't buy them, Holden. The husks don't sell them. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay. Stop rune loss. All damage negation. All right. Oh God. Start. That is 30 seconds. That is not the right time. Oh God. Oh, fuck. I've fucked it. Okay. I'm gonna say 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Nice. And antics? Yeah, shenanigans. This is most unfortunate. Heaven's Door, do I lose anything by not being able to explore that zone? Like, is it a zone you're supposed to explore twice in order to make the right stuff happen? Because I'm definitely only going to have it the one time. No, sir, I'm not interested in you or your nonsense. No, sir, not today. Maybe some other day, sir. Okay, we found a grace point. That's really good. And we're gonna rest. And we're gonna reset. Exactly, we're gonna reset. This is so scuffed. Thank you for bearing with me, everybody. Okay. And I'm just going to mark all of these as something that we need to explore. So there's probably going to be one here, but I'm assuming not when we actually get down here, because that's what this was like. There was one right before, and then nothing inside. So probably if I can just get here, we might be okay. Okay. Horse? Sip? I keep trying to bring up the map with X, and that's not working. Oh, I don't like this shit at all. Wait, do these enemies go to sleep at night? Are they non-hostile if you come here at night, or are they all just doing some dumb shit? You know what? I don't have time to worry about it. Not my problem. Grace Point! Hands. Okay. We're gonna rest. We're gonna restart the timer. God, I really don't like playing like this, though, because what if there's cool stuff? Okay, I suppose what we can do is do this, get my stuff, come back, because our stuff should be at the bottom of the ladder, which means if the invasion is scripted to happen after you progress a certain distance in, we shouldn't pop the invasion going back, and then I can return. But if he's doing some stuff in the graveyard, I'm trying to figure out how I can pace this to break or miss the least amount of shit. Got a whole hand family. Oh my god! They're grooving? Yeah, there should be one more grace point. So I'm gonna restart the timer. And then we will take our break in like 3 minutes. They're kind of cute though. Little creeps. They're kind of cute. Okay, we got a lot of fog. Maybe we aren't gonna get another grace point. I thought for sure that we were. Maybe not. No. We don't get another grace point. What's going on down here? Who's fighting? Crap. I was sure we'd get one more. The area's so big. Okay. Well, we will have to rest to reset. Anyway, I only have 90 seconds. I'll move as far in as we can for a minute, and then we're gonna take a break. And then I think I might I might have to metagame this a little bit. Ruins of Dio. Did he have a bizarre adventure by any chance? So we've got Dio, Rhea, and meyer. I have 45 seconds. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. That was really scary. I didn't like that. Okay. I'm gonna rest. We're gonna take our break. I'm gonna heat up my tea. And when we come back, I'm gonna have to ask some questions, I think. This is not how I expected this to go. So we'll do a little bit of like potentially metagaming clarifications. Oh, thanks, Siri. Just for like best game experience, I think. Okay, I'm gonna get my tea. Enjoy the music. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Thanks for your patience, everybody. I didn't heat it up enough. Man, I can't fucking win with tea today. Okay. Okay. I'm nervous. I've fucked something up. So I'm just gonna ask y'all. We can consider all of these questions an open heaven's door until I say otherwise. What is the best way to handle this? Because I'm concerned if I do this, it'll open back up, but there would have been something I should have done the first time. Or like, he will progress and do something else, and then there would have been something I should have found here that I won't have because I didn't explore. I'm just kind of running straight through. Continue what you're doing. Go back. Okay, so it's not a journey, it's just a destination. This is exactly what I did. No, why is this happening to us? It is, it's just empty. That's disappointing. That's frustrating to me from a gameplay perspective, even though it's working out in my favor really tremendously right now. Okay. Just the same as the other. So there's not even anything cool to find? Okay, all right. That's kind of a bummer. All right, I'm griping. It's convenient for me, but I'm griping. Freya, I would agree with that. Yeah, I don't know how they could balance it. Because again, it's like not every corner needs to have a thing in it. But I do feel overwhelmingly that like exploration is not rewarded. And I didn't necessarily have that feeling in base game. Because like there's some, like especially in Consecrated Snowfield, right? Like there, if you look, you have to look to find some cool shit there. There's like a cave there with one of my favorite weapons in the game. But if you're not looking, you're not gonna find it. And that's a sick reward. Here I just get cookbooks. Couple small things. Nothing to hold you here. Okay. As long as I'm not missing out on like a unique incantation or like a fancy weapon or like a key item for a quest, and I have to have that when I go back and I don't have it, so nothing happened. And I would like to actually do some exploring. It doesn't feel good to just be like, all right, zoom, like in and out. But if I gotta, then I gotta. Okay, then that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We'll run in. We'll go back. We'll get runes. We'll go back and just kind of do like I do want to kill the tree sentinel. That's not this one. Yeah, I do want to kill him. But maybe if nothing else matters. Nope. Yeah. I don't want to do the speed run. But if we got... there was supposed to be a word after that, and I fucked it up. I also fucked up my time. Okay, timer on. That hand is stuck in a rock. Quite literally between a rock and a hard place. Few things in the hills. Yeah, so we might come back for some looking. But as long as I'm not gonna miss, like, a quest item, maybe it's fine. I don't want to run off a cliff. Okay, so most of these lads look like they're sleeping. There will be one lad who's not sleeping, who is a piece of shit to me. Okay, we're gonna go down this way. So the snakes here are awake. Are you a snake that's being a piece of shit? Are you the one that knocked me off my horse? Or are you just rude? You're just rude. Okay. We'll keep ourselves at full health. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Hey, Socrates, what's going on? So far, so good, actually. Ah! Scared me. Hole? Okay, great perspective. We got a talisman. I'm taking us out before my buff expires. I have 45 seconds, but I'd rather be safe, so I'm just gonna take us back out. We'll read that. We'll go back to the manor. Hopefully I can get my stuff. Hold on, I always expected it to spawn something, right? Like, something has heard the call and awoken. But nothing happens. Or I expected the bell to be guarded by something. And again, it works out great for me that they aren't in this particular circumstance. But come on, give me a thing. Nothing happens, John. You blow it and it makes a sound. Okay. I gotta stop setting timers if I forget to turn them off because they scare me when they're done. Kate, there is... I know you meant like, blah, but I absolutely read that in Hank Hill's voice. So I was like, it went, blah! Which honestly would have been really funny. Those ruins ain't right. Okay. From here, I think we're good to go back. We're gonna put the marker on this grace point that we're not done. And
I won!
hi, Pickle, thank you so much for subscribing. Can we get some love and chat for Pickle, please? How you doing? How's your weekend been? And if we're lucky, we can go down there and grab our stuff, and we won't actually need to do anything else. You're still here. Is it nighttime? It's late night, as a matter of fact. Maybe we need to talk. No. All right. Yeah. Heaven's Door. Do I talk now? I just want to get my stuff without progressing. I want to pause this quest as much as possible. I just want my stuff. Okay. Cal says talk. Necrophisla says talk. Okay. We'll talk. Are you still going to tell me to go away?
I told you once, I've no interest in companionship. But I must admit, Count Ymir did seem very pleased. Perhaps an exception is in order.
Oh, yeah. I'm wearing her down. I'm annoying her into being my friend.
Ymir is a shining star, in our eyes. The only star upon the black canvas of the night. Our meeting with the Count taught us of the star-draped sky. We know that we cannot reach out to touch it, but we can peer up at its brilliance and heed its guidance. We will never again lose our way in the night.
So, she says we. Is she using like the royal we in the way that I talk about the stream? Or does she mean like more than one person?
I have spoken far too freely. Pay me no mind. Let us focus on our shared purpose, our service to Count Emir.
Her armor also looks like it might have like fingerprinty designs on it, which I really like.
Now, be on your way.
Raper, it's going.
Now.
This stream started off on a very hectic note. I got 400,000 runes trapped in this man's basement and he won't let me back in. Okay.
Hello there. I heard another sound, colored by your essence. Simply exhilarating, I must say. The stars are dark tonight. But rest assured, this is no ill omen. On the contrary, I believe that this portends a magnificent starry cascade.
Uh-huh.
Now, take this. My final gift to you. May you join the glimmering stars above.
And Emir hasn't really even told us what this is supposed to be doing. Wait, third? That's the mansion. Isn't it?
Oh, yes. I believe I can feel it brewing.
Like, what is my blowing supposed to be accomplishing?
Sign of a greater night to come.
Fleeting microcosm? One of the secret hallowed rites. Conjures an image of a microcosm at a foe's feet that pulses with a single wave before disappearing in a burst. Charging enhances potency. The broken and discarded are fully willing to cling to fleeting simulacra, earning them some modicum of sympathy. Well, it would be nice to purchase if I had any runes. Also, there's something about this that reminds me of Bloodborne. I don't know. Maybe I just always have Bloodborne on the brain. Everything reminds you of Bloodborne when Bloodborne is just like always at the forethought of your mental computational processes. Okay.
Do you recall what I said? That Marika and the fingers that guided her were unsound from the start. Well,
I'll guide her with my fingers if
lies
you know what
deeper
I
still.
mean.
It is their mother who is damaged and unhinged. The fingers are but unripe children, victims in their own right. We all need a mother, do we not? A new mother, a true mother who will not give birth to further malady.
Can you transition in like a less insane way, maybe? I'm not sure what you're talking about anymore. You're not going to give me that dialogue again, are you?
May you join the glimmering stars above. Oh, yes. I
No, we're
believe
not
I can
gonna
feel
get
it
that.
brewing. This evening is a sign of a greater night to come.
Heaven's Door, can I get that dialogue
Glimmering stars above.
from Ask About the Nature of the World pasted into chat? So I can read that one more time. And then I got this. Hang on, hang on. Simple, old map, faded and dirty. Acquired from Count Emir, High Priest. Indicates a third and final hallowed ruin, distinct from those shown on the first two maps. May you join the glimmering stars above. The ear to receive this talisman was presumed to be an object of myth. This age-old artifact also depicts the two fingers, perhaps harking back to the birth of the Erd tree. Okay. As always, yeah, the voice actors and overall sound design in these games is consistently top tier. I have a big soft spot for Freya. By my lord, will I ever make sense of this jumble? Everyone has really impressed me. Every performance has been spectacular. Helen, it's rough out here, actually. America and the fingers that guided her were unsound from the start. The truth lies deeper still. It is their mother who is damaged and unhinged. The fingers are but unripe children. Wait, I thought he meant like America's mother. But he's making it sound like finger mom me? Victims in their own right, we all need a mother, do we not? A new mother, a true mother, who will not give birth to further malady. I don't... I'm not sure about this. Okay, well, she doesn't say enough anymore, so that's maybe a bonus. I'm gonna rest, which will refill our flask. Oh, they're gone. Okay.
No.
I do want to see if they've got dialogued over here in the graveyard before we push the chair.
I feel you.
It's the same dialogue, I think.
Birth you whole. But it won't be long now. I will soon be a mother. I will give you new life. I assure you. You will have life.
Has Amir even told... Yeah, what... What's going on with all this?
Please, will you allow the two of us this time alone? It isn't much to ask.
It is different. It is a little different. I thought it was the same, but it's different.
Please, it isn't much.
Okay. I'm gonna go down there and get my stuff. Then we're gonna leave, and I'm gonna go back to exploring. Because this is scary. This is so scary. I just want my stuff. And I'm gonna drink this physic before we get on the ladder. And hopefully that invader isn't spawn camping us. I cannot drink the physic. But they're right at the base. Yeah, no, I will... Oh, so you think I should stay down here, John? Like I won't be able to get back in case they sit again? They can't sit on it again. All right, we might have to have a little round table about this then. Cuz I would really like to leave. Okay. So, well, that's the thing. So what I want to do is I want to leave and I want to re-explore the hinterland area for like 30 minutes. That's it. Maybe like 20 minutes. I just want to kill the tree sentinel and then I want to do like a quick loop. Just so, like a zigzag, just to see like what kind of stuff that we might have missed. None of it seems to be particularly important, but I would feel better if I just like looked at the environment that was in fact designed for me to experience. So I guess my question is, if I leave, does he sit back down? Because if he sits back down, how do I get him up? Because if he sits back down, there's no way to get them. If there's no way to get him up, then I can't get back down here. Yeah, this is an open heaven's door. Necrophistless thinks it's open. Pickle thinks it's open. Cal says fine to come back. Okay, I would like to come back. I would just feel better about all that. Doubt he sits down. Well, we say that, but I've had an interesting experience with this man, so... Alright. At the very least, I would like to level up. I have too many runes to lose. Yeah. Now that you have the third map, he always... Okay, okay, so it's not possible to get locked out then. Alright. I am gonna level up. I am gonna take a point in Dex. Yes. And that should still give me enough to buy that sorcery.
I won!
Fruit Fox, thank you so much for subscribing. How's your weekend been? Can we get some love in chat for Fruit Fox, please? Yes, okay, so he is still out of the chair, which is good for us. Heaven's Door, does he have any unique dialogue if you talk to him after having gone down there again? I feel like he doesn't, but I may as well just ask for the clarification. Because if he doesn't, there's no need to talk to him. But if I talk to him and something changes, he progresses in some way. Yeah, I want to keep this zone open for a little bit longer. Yeah, I figured not. Okay, then here's what we're gonna do. I'm putting that there. We're gonna go back to the bridge. And I'll just spend like 15 minutes. It feels much smaller than it looks. So we'll be very quick about the whole thing.
I won!
Elisa! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for subscribing. I can't believe it's been a year and a half. How are you? How have you been? Thank you. This shirt is one of my favorites. Sorry, the only reason I'm like scooting around this guy is because the last time we came through here, there was in fact a summon sign. And I want to know, it was for Jolan. And I want to know if we can summon Jolan again for this second tree sentinel. But it doesn't look like it. That's a shame. I always love bringing in strong women to help me out. Well. Yes! Oh no, Fruit Fox, I'm so sorry. You are not the first person to say that the Twitch update for the mobile app has been super, super buggy and weird. I'm surviving? We move? No. I don't want survival. I want you to thrive. All right. With me, Jolan. I'd like to know if she has some dialogue after we fight together, but she's with me. She's just running real slow. Oh, you're stronger than the other one. Yeah, I do much less damage to you than I did initially. Oh, she's sick! Hey, what? I'm sorry. Did you see what her sword just did? Is that a katana? Oh, I did deserve that. Yeah, I'm too busy staring at Jolan. Taking damage, looking at women. What is that? What is that? This lad is much tankier than the other one. Not that it'll save him, but... Come here. And of course I would like very much if Jolan actually survived this fight, because I like when my friends stay alive. And I think we got him. Do they drop anything? They don't, but Jolan leaves. We got a blessing of Marika. All right. And now we definitely have enough to buy that spell. That was sick. Yeah, we got to spend time with Jolan. So honestly, I'm happy. What can I say? So, nothing left here. I guess we could teleport to the bridge, but we'll hop on the horse. I can't imagine there's like anything special. Nope, that's a chasm. We'll do side to side and then we'll move north. It is a really pretty area. Nice. Dog sighting, very good. Well, that's interesting. I will put horns. Marker down. I can't imagine that we would need to descend that to get to a unique area. It looks like it all loops around, but I'd rather put it on just in case. All right, and nothing up here. This shouldn't kill me. You're okay. It's a good game. But it should be pretty easy to get my stuff back. Now I know we just have to go back down. All right, and we'll just do some quick zigzagging through here. It'll be peaceful at the very least, right? Okay, we got sneepy snakes. Well, here's the thing, Necrophysalis, right? Is that I find that visually it's rather inconsistent. Because I wouldn't have flung myself off the cliff if I thought it would kill me. It looked like a very safe distance. But then it wasn't safe. Is that a thing down? That's just a hand. So, you know. We've been killed for less, I feel. Do we think those are eyes or do we think those are gills? I think they're eyes. Ugh, xenomorph looking thing. I don't like it. It's Elden Ring, it's always eyes. I feel like there should be an item up here. Yeah? Up a hill? Okay, we got flowers and a turtle. Okay. I really thought they would have given me something. Dog. Wow, yeah, okay. We'll do a quick look on the other side and then run into the ruins themselves. As always, thanks for your patience, everybody. I know this isn't the most riveting part of the stream, but I do wanna see it all anyway. Because the last one had an extra remembrance duplication. And if we can find one of those here, that would be very worthwhile. I don't necessarily think we will, but I think it would be on trend. Hey, what's this big purple thing? Just in case. Aw, man! Oh, I hate these guys. Okay. Well, that's what we physicked for. I totally forget how to fight them. I just remember them being kind of shitty to fight. Yeah. This all tracks. Wow, so far so good, actually. Wait a minute. Yeah, isn't the Falling Star Beast lore that they fell out of a meteor or something? I thought that the Shadowlands was maybe like an extra planar location, but this implies it is in fact like physical? I did deserve that. Like, it is a place where space can reach? Uh-oh. We're not dead yet! I spoke too soon, maybe. Yeah! Ah, shit. I missed. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. There we go. What do I get? Gravitational missile. He was tanky until I started hitting him in the face. Then he was significantly less so. it's a message. No, they're still pretty strong. I think we're just a lot stronger scaling wise. Okay, so we got a spell. One of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces. This is super interesting because he should have gone into phase 2, right? Or is that only the fully grown falling star beast that does that? Because I thought that it should have had like a more aggressive gravity phase. We didn't even see him use this, I didn't think. Said to have originated in the lightless dark, far beyond, the home of the falling star beasts. Okay. Interesting. Well, we got plenty souls from it. So that was cool. And I think we're probably good to just run through here. And I doubt we're going to find anything but snakes. So, honestly, let's rest and run through and then make more mischief somewhere else. Yeah. Okay. Fuck off, Goose. How dare you? Mist or beast. Fortnite. I was gonna say, we should probably spend these on something, but I don't think I have anything to buy. That drop will probably kill. You know, I'm just gonna... We'll sip now. Yeah, and then we can always come back and re-drink. So I imagine we'll stick to the left side for 3 minutes and then rest to reset. And then we'll do the right side for 3 minutes and then leave. Yeah, I'll be honest. I really don't think there's going to be anything. I think it's going to be a whole lot of empty space. And fingers. Many fingers. I was really hoping I'd get another duplication. Oh. I got a gesture! Well, okay. Okay. I might have a Heaven's Door for that later. To see if that's like a practical gesture. Like if we can use it some... Oh, shit! Here we go! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! And we're gonna make that treasure. I am glad we came through. It was much further away than I expected it to be, actually. All right, we got snakes. We got hands. Always impressed by their manicure. We've got small hands. We are on an incredible safari today. Can't open my map because some kind of enemy is prowling nearby. Yes. Well, and the fact that the emote was so far out of the way makes me wonder if the emote has a functional purpose. And I might want to check that out later. Seriously, I had the map open and then something aggroed on me and you forcibly closed my map. I think the game should let me open the map while I'm in combat. If I want to make bad decisions, I think the game should let me have that. Nah, that's not the right thing. Okay, but at least it's not a kill. So it doesn't take a flask to resummon. That's a win. That's a nice little freebie. enjoyed being able to pause in Sekiro. I thought that was really convenient. Like, just let me look at the map in peace. Okay, nothing over here. And we're back to the Grace Point. Okay, so we've done all of this. We just need to run through this zone. So I'll make this really quick. We're making much better time than I expected. Okay. Sit. Horse. And we will go into the ruins properly. I'll probably just do peripheral. Oh my god, it's so many fingers! Well, don't mind me. I'll be seeing you later. And I think Emir had a voice line. No, it wasn't Emir. It was the ghost. We met a ghost who talked about how the creepers came from the ruins. Yep. Alright, I gotta kill this thing. Or it's gonna keep summoning snakes and knocking me off my horse. You're kidding me. Dog! That's it! I'm sick of this! Where's my woman? I've got 2 great swords and I can't hit a single snake? Like, where's the one that keeps summoning all this obnoxious purple shit? It's gotta be this one, right? You're kidding. Alright. Toasted. No, there's another one! Where? I hate this place. All the way down. Okay, I see him. Alright, Teach. With me. You know what? I'm so mad. I might actually use, yeah, the fancy skill. Which I could not use successfully because I was out of MP because I brought my girlfriend into the fight. But that's okay. Yeah, I need to start summoning spirits that are greatsword users. That's the only way to go about this. We need more swords. Okay, we'll go around. We'll make a little circle. I don't think there's gonna be anything here but snakes. And like maybe a shadow rune if I'm lucky. But I think it's all snakes all the way down. Nice, dead end. Teach them a lesson. I love her. I really should use other summons. But I like her so much. We have gotten some summons in the DLC though. I should probably give them a shot and see how they feel. I like to try new things. Even if I typically go back to the old things. Necrophysals, I think technically they're more like lampreys. That's what their mouth reminds me of anyway, but I don't like them. And snake is easier to say. Yeah, wow, there's just a whole bunch of nothing. That's crazy. Huh. Well, remember that spell we had that described itself as an incantation of the spiral? Fingerprints are kind of spirally. That's interesting. Okay, and that's where we blew the horn. Wow, there aren't even any items here. Not that I can see easily anyway. And anything I'd have to comb for probably isn't worth it. And if it was worth it, it would have come up. So, That's a shame. I mean, I know I can't be rewarded all of the time, but a little reward as a treat would be nice. Yeah, it's all just empty. Okay. Well, at least we know. All right, being pursued by Snake. Snake can't catch this horse. And I think we're good to leave. I think that's everything. Yeah. Wow. I guess I didn't go all the way back here. We'll go all the way back on the other side, but I don't actually think we're gonna find anything. Huh. Actually, that looks like it might lead into a slightly different area. Unless there's just more map connectivity than I expected. Is that blood? Not my blood, I hope. Yeah, where does this go? Because this looks like it could be kind of cool. What is this? Mr. B, god damn it. Hey! Oh! Okay, we've got these lads. I think there might be something here. Unfortunately, I can't access my fucking map, so there's no way to tell. Okay, if there is, it'll be all the way back. And now that the snakes are spread, it'll probably be a little bit easier to take them down. Much better. I kind of hope that there might be like a little dungeon back here. Like maybe over here. But we'll see. There's nothing. Yeah, I think a fun little place for a dungeon would have been cool, but there was no dungeon here. And this is the Mr. Beast? Yeah, that's it. All right, well, it was worth a shot. I suppose now at least we're done. So let's head back out. Man. Heaven's Door, was there really nothing back here? Because it feels like there should be. Cal says nothing. Cell says cave. There's a hole on the middle upper plateau. Like, that doesn't really narrow it. Cave on the left wall of this area that I'm in right now. I didn't see a cave. Horse, lend me your guidance. Seek up. Okay, then I need to go above where I am right now, so I need to be here. Okay. You know what? We may as well just fast travel. I think that'll be faster than going around. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with snakes, so we'll go back. Okay, and I want to head towards this area. Okay. I probably should have put a marker down, but I'm not too worried about it. I need to go further. This shouldn't kill me. It really shouldn't. I can land on some rocks. Okay. This is, yeah, this is coming up on where we saw the stuff initially. We might have to kill these snakes. But we'll leave the hand alone. Yeah, I'm not really feeling a hand fight right now. So it might be, because it looked like there was a ledge. But I don't see anything here. And this is the upper level. No, none of this is right. Yeah, this is definitely where we were, though. And we got the message to seek up. Also, we're going to take a break in a couple minutes, and I'm going to eat some peanut butter pretzels. Oh my god, there totally is an item up there! I think this will kill me. That's not what I meant to do. No, that'll definitely kill me. Okay, so... What? How do I get down there? Snake. Right? Peanut butter pretzels would be my first meal of the day, but I did eat 7 shrimp tacos last night. So, bye, Holden. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll catch you later. Have a great week. I don't see any way to safely get down there. Because this is where the treasure was. Oh, bad. Really not good, actually. All right, hand, I'm just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna leave. I probably need to be down a little bit further. That would be my assumption. Oh, hey, can I get in there? Okay, I'm gonna try something cool. We missed, so that was not very cool at all. But that was... Okay. I hate these things. The way that they move. Okay. I think maybe we can get down here? Okay. This is going to be where we take our break. There's not an item up there, is there? No. Awesome! We'll take our break here. And... Oh, that's highly suspicious. I don't have my physic. That sucks. Okay, me might reset, grab the physic, come back. I can put this on the map as... I don't know. We'll call it a building. That might be what we do. Okay, I'm coming back. I'm going to get some pretzels. And we will return shortly. Enjoy the music. Thank you for letting me eat my pretzels. Take a little pretzel break. Yeah. Oh, okay. There. I don't remember seeing a bunch of bloodstains there when we pause. So here's what I'm gonna do. I've marked it. We're gonna go back. We're gonna drop back down, then drink our physic. I think we need to have our physic for whatever this is. Because I don't think it'll be anything friendly. But it will hopefully be a relatively straight shot, even as we move through the finger parade. And there should be a bunch of little fingers clustered around it, which will hopefully make it easier to see. It did not actually make it easier to see because of the fog. Hole? Hole! I don't suppose I'm going to be pursued by fingers, am I? Okay. Physic? Something's going to come get me. Oh! Oh! I really thought I was gonna have iframes for that, I won't lie. Yeah, I gotta stop mashing my button inputs. One more hit should do it. Yay! Nasty. That's the biggest one we've ever seen. Finger creeper ashes. That would be so annoying. Wow. Imagine that in PvP. Because you can... Wait, can you summon spirits in PvP? Or is that widely considered to be, like, impolite? And we got our rune. Okay. So we got some spirit summons. Devoted to its summoner, this young diminutive finger creeper eagerly restores HP. They are ever so fond of their mothers at this tender age. I don't know if I like that. But I do actually want to see
Good.
if, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. If maybe we can switch out teach for something new. Like bird. I think bird would be the coolest, actually. Ooh. Or fire knight. Or black knight captain. There's a bunch of cool summons we've never used. Thank you so much for the cheer, Darius. How you doing? How you feeling? I think the golem would just be big. Launches his fists as projectiles. We could try that, however. The Black Knights were the primary force of Mesmer's army. Second to their first knight commander was Hugh, a man with agile command of both twin blade techniques and the powers of the Crucible. A champion of the Divine Beast hunt, he followed his father Andreas into rebellion against Mesmer. Like his father, he was imprisoned in an underground tomb. Mesmer mourned the loss of a brother in arms. We should use one of these. I'd want to upgrade them first, though, so... Okay. I think we're done, which is awesome. So... here comes the question. I'm going to make this a poll for what we do next. And we can say, what's the name of his area? We could do Cathedral of Manus Matir. Go back to the basement. We can pivot to Ruins of Rao. That actually might be the only thing left to do. Because I don't really want to do this right now. I'll put it on the list, I guess. Tree Worship Sanctum. And you guys can decide what we focus on. Since it seems like we cleared out this other zone much faster than I actually expected. So... it feels like going here might be the best call, but I don't really know. And I'm still not sure why this marker is here. It's probably left over from when we were moving downstream in the first place. There's an item somewhere that we shot out of a pot, and I don't know how to get that anymore, so... Ooh. All right. The cathedral is in the lead by 5. We might be going back to the cathedral. Okay. I think we should do a fit check if we're going to do the cathedral. Yeah. So we'll pop back over here. And I'm going to do a fit check. The way that he talks about the stars, I kind of want to put on the Jedi robes. I'm feeling that a little bit. Where are they? Yeah. Can I take off the cape? Unless we want to accessorize with black, but I'm not sure about that. Hang on. We've got some options. I've got some ideas. Damn, but it hangs down in the back. Now, that's not a problem if we can take the outer robe off. So hold on. Listen, I want to be pretty. I want to match the atmosphere. Oh, we lose the blue? Then what's even the point? Actually, it looks kind of nice. It's definitely not flashy though, at all. And I'm not sure what we'd wear with it. Carrion, maybe? Those are usually my default go-to bottoms. I guess. It could be worse, but it also sure could be better. Yeah, I wish it took off the cape. Because that's the coolest part of the outfit. Alright, we'll throw on a headband. Call it a day. Hello?
No.
Okay. And then am I right to assume? Okay, he is out here.
Please. Well, it isn't my...
Okay, same dialogue. We can't level up. We don't have anything to buy. Actually, Heaven's Door, does it cost money to upgrade spirit summons? Or just flowers? Because if it's money, we may actually want to go to the round table hold first. I'm not delaying this purposely. But if we have runes, we should spend them while we have them. What are you wearing? What are you wearing? Yeah, we should go to the round table hold real quick. And I should upgrade some of the spirits that we got in the DLC if I have any intention of using them. I think it's plants and cash. I don't think it's just plants. Girl, go sit on your carpet so you can upgrade my stuff. Hey.
A pleasure to thank goodness. I'm still looking. It's not easy. You're telling me.
Oh, I haven't unlocked the ability to upgrade these yet? Okay.
I'll ask Matt certainly. I know I can tell. If I suppose I'll ask.
Yeah, go sit on your carpet.
If I do, I suppose I'll ask Matt.
Okay, I guess I have to do a little roundabout between them.
Well, I took youth no matter. It's all out your arm.
Hey, get this girl to sit on her carpet.
Are you out? It's absurd. I refuse to believe. I don't.
Okay, now hopefully we can rest again. Yes! All right, she's on her carpet.
Good to see you. I have you to. I can happen.
Yeah. Make my ghost stronger.
I need to warn you about a little while ago, and I can hear.
Oh, is the dung eater over there making his sounds?
You should keep your
Moaning and groaning? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, please?
I'd like to ask you. Can you tell? It can't be that the spirit will be glad.
Oh, I've got these. Yeah. All right. Tune my spirits. These are the fancy ones? Okay. Let's do... I guess we can upgrade multiple. So we might as well just start with bird, I guess. Because I should have plenty of glovewort. Since I don't really use them at all. And then we have... So I'm assuming the maximum is 10, yeah? Swordsman! Yeah, we'll upgrade him too. Why not? He's strong. And then we could do Curse Blade. That's DLC. Why not? Meh. We've got plenty of flowers. I'm not going to be hurting for flowers. And I think we can buy flowers if we do find ourselves in a position to require more. I'm actually kind of excited to see what some of them can do. I won't lie. Nice. Now that I'm moving through, I'm actually kind of interested in using most of these. Tish is just so effective and sexy. Okay. That's as good as we can do. And I think first things first, why don't we try... Let's try the bird. What? John, you make it sound like I just did something wrong. I mean, I would imagine that they would. I thought the other DLC just made them stronger, but you'd still needed base upgrade. Like, surely a level 1 weapon versus a level 25 would still perform worse in the DLC, even though it was using Scadu Tree fragments. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they still help. Would be really silly if they didn't. Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you, Darius. Yeah. John out here giving me a heart attack. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like the outer cape portion of this. I'm taking it off. It will be significantly less striking, but I don't want it. But I will put my hood back on. That's kind of sexy. No, we'll just do the regular hood. But yeah, you know, my... my skibbity fragments. Okay, we're gonna go down. And I don't have anything to lose, which is great. I love when things have like small gems or interesting sashes or fabric or embroidery or patterns. Like, I think that's all very cool. Okay. So these are the finger ruins of Mir from the 3rd ruins map. 3rd and final hallowed ruin. Distinct from those shown on the first 2. May you join the glimmering stars above. Hang on. Can I wear just the Preceptor's hat without the creepy mask on it? Because that might look kind of sick. No, that's ridiculous, and I feel silly for even having the thought. No, I didn't buy the spells. I need to buy the spells. I thought I bought Microcosm, but I didn't. I only read about it. Okay, Heaven's Door. Can I buy that after this? Yes or no? I don't think he's coming back to sit down, so I hope I haven't locked myself out of it somehow. This entire section feels really stuttery. Maybe that's just the order I did it in. Okay. As long as I can get all my stuff. Sword Hand of Night Anna. And that's the same armor as Jolan's. Claws? Claws that become projectiles are sick, actually. Yeah, you aren't the only person who can do a jumping attack, sweetheart. Cute shield. Claws of Night. Recusant vanished. Claws of a bottomless black, from which no light can escape. Wielded by Anna, Sword Hand of Night. Engraved with a smith script, enabling strong attacks to launch all 3 claws at a target. The blades are only semi-corporeal and cannot be fully guarded against. Employ smithing arts to conjure multiple copies of the armament in both hands and throw them all at once. Follow up with an additional input to throw again. And it stacks blood loss. This might be cool. I might actually want to try these weapons. Not that we have, like, the money for upgrades or anything, but... Oh, that ghost scared me. Oh my gosh. I'm just looking. I'm just making sure. What is with my Joker ass fucking face right now? I look like a clown. Oh. Oh. Left by a determined student of the Finger Ruins, his brush with the sublime all but shattered his mind, though he was left capable enough to leave these few precious words. Fingerprint Nostrum. Okay. What's the description on that? Boosts mind, intelligence, faith, and arcane at the cost of gradual HP loss. Bolus engraved with whorl-like lines. A secret medicine of those who attempt to turn their human bodies into fingers. Ingesting causes something to wriggle within. At some point, are they ever really going to clarify what the fingers are beyond, like, servants of the greater will and also aliens? I don't suppose there's anything on the other side, is there? No, not that I can see. Something bad's gonna happen up here, huh? There's a part of me that wants to read these messages. But the other part of me knows that I probably... Oh! Well, yeah! No. Something really bad's gonna happen here. We've got a stake up top? So, this is kind of fucked up. Because it's not a grace point. It's a stake. And it's here. Which makes me think... I don't know. I don't know. This is weird. This is not good. What it makes me think we're gonna, like, I don't know, get transported somewhere. Can I go down there? No, I don't think so. Okay, well. Alright, no, I don't think... Well, we kind of might be able to, though. It doesn't... No, I don't think so. Heaven's Door, is that a thing? Because if it's not a thing, I've got no way to get back out. And I think it's probably not a thing, but I like confirmation of thingship. Yeah, the stake is there for this. Only one way to find out. Fuck it, you're so right, actually. Nice, cool. I don't know what else I expected. Well. Oh, I'm sick as hell, actually. Never mind. I'm awesome. I'm cool. I should have left a message, actually. That would have been funny. But I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of player. I'm not spiteful or hateful towards my fellow gamers. Oh, are we both blowing? Yo, we're all three of us are blowing at the same time? Do I get a cutscene? Uh-huh. I don't like that. Well, guess I better go while my physic is active. Mateer, mother of fingers? What in the name of Ebrietas am I looking at? But you don't get a cutscene? Yeah, we're gonna get stuck in a heal punish loop, and it's gonna suck real bad. Actually, the design of this thing is very cool. Oh! Oh! Yeah, we're gonna get stuck in this loop a lot, I think. Okay, so after the slam, there's a jump. That is 5 hits. And it walks forward every time. Alright, so that's a creeping attack. 1 dodge is not enough. I keep thinking that might be a grab of some kind, but... Nice, we missed. Okay, so then that'll become a 3 jump. Oh, I don't like that attack. I don't know what to do even when the regular fingers do that. Yep, that'll hurt. We didn't get out in time. Is it spitting fingers out of its chest cavity? Yes, it did in fact spit fingers out of its chest cavity. Ah, I thought I could sprint away from that. Okay. Why doesn't this have a cutscene? Did they run out of money? This is otherwise a really cool design. Very Bloodborne-y. Why doesn't it have a cutscene? Matir, mother of fingers? Like, what is that even meant to imply? That this is like the progenitor of all of the 2 fingers in the game? Or just the finger monsters? Or maybe they're all interconnected? Most bosses in the DLC don't, but overwhelmingly in base game, the cool ones do. That's the thing. Certainly, let me see, of the Remembrance bosses in base game, who doesn't have a cutscene? Astel? The dragon in Prince of Death's throne. But if this is a Remembrance boss, it's just Astel and Drag and the Regal Ancestor. Yeah. So that's 3 of them out of a lot. But we've only gotten 2 cutscenes of any bosses in DLC. That's weird. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. And this is sick. I would have loved to have seen, like, I didn't even need to see this thing descend. But I would have loved to have seen just like a cutscene of it, like, basking. And then maybe like turning to face us. The fact that it's passive on what just happened to that ghost? Like, spawning in on a passive lake reminds me of ROM. But, you know what? Can I just, like... If the fight doesn't start until I get close, I'm just gonna pick up my stuff. Yeah, like... I would have liked to have seen... I actually didn't know we could circle around it. Okay, hang on. I love this design. I really wish this fight had a cutscene. Yeah, it's like, you know, maybe instead of putting like Falling Star Beast in a giant section behind the mansion, you give me a cutscene? I don't know. Maybe I ask for too much. And what did it? Matir. Mother of... Wait a minute! Isn't that the cathedral's name? Oh shit, hang on. Okay, so you will speed up. I was gonna say, I think this I just need to run away from. This song reminds me of something I would have heard in Bloodborne. I just drank the wrong thing. Don't fuck me for that. I specifically asked you not to fuck me for that. Okay. So the timing on that is tight. I thought I had to dodge in. Okay, so that will hit me even at close. That does still need to be dodged. Okay, there's a maximum of 3 jumps. Did deserve to get hit by that. Dodge too soon. That's on me. That timing might take me a little bit to learn. I'm gonna go for 2 hits because I'm greedy. And we were punished because I am greedy. This might kill us. Hey! Is that gravity? Magic. Oh. Stars? Hey. I'm inside its body. I don't know how to get out of that attack. The very rapid scurrying. Here's finger stuff. I'm gonna hit ya. I'm gonna miss. You're gonna do this just twice? Okay, I don't know what to do about that. Maybe we have to dodge in? Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that attack's gonna be a problem. Because dodging's not enough. It just hits you over and over again. That's 2 deaths. I'm gonna switch us. Hang on. And I'm gonna reset the boss counter. Packet Cat just got home from a date and it ran really well. Oh my god, Packet Cat, tell me everything. I want to hear all about it. I am so excited. Are you gonna see this person again? Feels like it does. So a lot of it doesn't feel particularly cohesive to me. It's like the focus was on giving me a little bit of a lot of stuff, but what I wanted was a more focused, streamlined experience, I think. I didn't want the variety pack of cereal. I wanted a bowl of Lucky Charms. Greek restaurant, nice portrait. Yo, Packet Cat, listen. Anytime a photographer wants to take your picture, you've made it. That, I'm so happy. And Greek is like, I love Greek food, I think. Oh man, this makes me want spanakopita now. So bad. I'm so happy for you. I'm living vicariously through you, Packet Cat. Congratulations. Okay, and I don't have stuff to pick up. Okay, I was hoping maybe I could ogle the creature, but the creature has aggroed on me, so... You took such little damage from that. Why? I won't lie, I really like the way that it moves. It's oddly majestic in its way. I hate this attack. I don't know what to do about this attack. I hate it when the fingers do it. I don't like it when a giant finger monster does it. Shit, yep, I misread. That's on me. Fucking hell. This is a hitbox nightmare. I actually didn't know you could do that point blank. That was kind of sick. I am dodging actively, and it is still hitting me. And I can't tell if that's because I'm getting clipped by an edge of its massive hitbox or what. But it feels a little janky, which doesn't surprise me because FromSoft has always had their big enemies in general are not like peak performance, in my opinion. It is, it's unsettling, and yet it's elegant. I don't know. It's an interesting balance. I really like this design. I can't believe it doesn't have a cutscene. It's like, hey, here's something that's like maybe an intermediary between like the 2 fingers and the greater will, or like the source of all the 2 fingers in the world, and it's just like, it's here. Can you make it more significant, please? No. Okay. I fucked up that drink. That's on me. Shit. Yep. It can jump up to 3 times. I shouldn't punish until after I know it's gonna do that. Okay, so that's a shockwave that gets me. Bummer, bummer. Don't follow it up. Now we can heal. I can jump to dodge it! That's sick! Okay, so it's 6 and not 5. It's weakest at its finger pouch, which is kind of foul. I don't know what to do about this attack besides eat the damage. I'm never gonna be in a position where it won't hit me if it's going to, so. I did get greedy there though. I was like, this looks like free real estate. I'm just gonna take a jump attack. Okay, so it's 4 to 6. It depends. I don't know what you're doing, but I think I should get away from you. Ah, we've entered spin mode. Okay. Maybe we just run away. I will be honest with you, I have no idea. Yes, okay, so we run. Cowardly, but effective. Until we can't get any further away? Okay, it's a giant laser. 2 giant lasers? 2 giant lasers. I thought maybe it would do impact damage when it came down. Spin again? Maybe it's easier to dodge the closer you are. I knew it. I was like, if it chains these together, we're in trouble. Whoa! Hey! They look like little eyes. These are microcosms! This is that spell. We're jump! Close. We're dead. We're not dead. Very shocking. So that turns into a 3-hit combo. Hup. Yep, no, I fucked that up. It's a clumsy fight. It's no Midra. Visually, it might be my favorite, but it's no Midra. It's no Rolana. I'm assuming it knows gravity magic for the same reason that Astal knows gravity magic. Aliens. Everything we associate with gravity magic, with the exception of Radon, is an alien. Falling Star Beast, Astal, Onyx Lords. The Onyx Lords are who taught Radon gravitational magic. So, it's aliens. It's much wider than I expect it to be. gonna be greedy. We could have been punished more for that. Yeah, it was coming. Why? Oh no, I'm drinking my fucking flask! God damn it. Alright, that tracks. So we're gonna need to make sure that we move our selection back to heals after we drink our physic. I heard the effect, so I'm gonna assume that went off. All right. Shit. That's such a mean combo. Yeah, we're just gonna fucking die because it opened with the 5. It opened with the 3 jump into the 5 hit. I don't care for this fight. This is such a bummer coming to after Midra, actually. Saddened. This could have been so cool. This should have been so cool. FromSoft. Why didn't you pay any attention to this? I would rather have had a smaller map and more significant boss focus than a much bigger map with like 10 different cookbooks to find. Maybe I'm a hater. I don't want to be a hater. 2. I don't know how to do. I might legitimately have to Heaven's Door how to fucking dodge that attack because I feel like I'll never figure it out. Oh, good question. My build is such that I can use any weapon in the game and all sorceries and incantations with the exception of Full Moon and Elden Stars, I believe. So it's not really a build. It's versatility. That was too soon. That was perfect. But I get bored a lot, so I swap between different things. So I was doing Twin Blades for a while. Now I'm doing Great Swords. We may legitimately want... I really should retool... Yeah, I hate that attack. That's always going to hit me unless I'm in the front of it. We should probably look at our fucking talismans because I don't think we have on anything that's actually helping us here. We could go back to Twin Blades. Oh yeah, we don't need any of this. Okay, this will be great. So I'm gonna assume this thing is doing magic on gravity. You know, we could just do... We could be really mean if we wanted and stack magic resistance with Pearl. With Fizz. And jump. Nasty. Let's see it in action. Does this do split holy damage? It does. They both do split holy damage. Okay, here's what I want. So the regular fingers don't like fire. Do you think... Interesting. But I don't think I have another sword. Oh, we've got no Knight and Flame. I need a great sword. That's a straight sword. Shoot. Unless I want a dual Colossal, which would give me Godslayer. But nothing else. At the very least, I should get something that's not doing holy damage, because I think these things may be... this is probably resistant to it. Yeah, we can try magic. Sure, why not? Because everything else I have is holy except for steeple. We'll give this a shot instead. Let's see what happens. See how we feel. Sit, heal. Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see if we have a damage boost here. Because I think that might indicate, 2, 3. Oh yeah, let's go. I'm greedy. I'm greedy again. Oh god, that was bad. That was a punish. 2. That was in fact too soon. I keep thinking its head is what's gonna be the impact, but it's not. It's like its chest. That was a bad jump, bad initiate. We're probably just gonna eat shit and die here. I cannot believe that hit me as I moved in midair. Two. Okay, but not a third. These fingers are really fucking up my targets. All right, get out of here. You guys have all got to go. I'm gonna die. There it is. Great. I love boss. It's just ROM. It's just ROM. That's all it is. It's ROM. But that was a big damage boost. So as long as we can stay aggressive, this should be pretty straightforward until we get to phase 2. And then this will be our last attempt before our next break. Oh, that's so mean. Two. Great, I took off one of my swords on accident. That was sick. I imagine now we're phase 2ing. You weren't even gonna let me run out of it? Whatever. That That was a very far distance to cover. One, two, three. Oh, nice. Oh, this is the big laser. Okay, I didn't even see it. Which is interesting because it's so big. Is it coming back? It's coming back. Okay, so it helicopters twice while I deal with these fucking ads. And now you're probably... There's still one... Fuck out of here. My God. I hate these things. Okay, we dodged the first half of it, but not the second. I'm gonna be greedy. Two. I'm surprised there wasn't a third. Four. Three. I was gonna say that will probably just hit us. Laser? Laser? How am I supposed to dodge this? My depth perception is so fucked up. How am I supposed to tell when it's within dodgeable range? And then this is usually comboed with a laser, 2, 3. Okay, how? My pattern is good enough for 1 and 2, and then gets totally fucked on the third one. We lost an opening. I'm going for it. Going for it again. I'm greedy. That'll hit me. This might kill us. 1, 2, 3. Got him. Hey, what? Oh. Remembrance of the Mother of Fingers. Okay. It almost made me think that we didn't kill that boss. Yes, that was a unique death. It's like it just left. It's like it teleported somewhere else. That's the vibe that I got. It's like it left. The mother of all 2 fingers and finger creepers.
Here we go, bird.
Thank you so much for the cheer, Darius. Thank you. The mother of all 2 fingers and finger creepers was in turn a magnificently gleaming daughter of the greater will, and the first shooting star to fall upon the lands between. Now, that's particularly significant because our description for Elden Stars states that long ago the greater will sent a golden star bearing a beast into the lands between, which would later become the Elden Ring. So the greater will is just sending stuff to the lands between via stars, and this was the first one to fall. It does look kind of Elden Beasty, doesn't it? Forbidden space gummy candy. So this is the mother of all 2 fingers and finger creepers. It's just aliens. It's all aliens. Okay, I will want to see what we get from that. I'm surprised we don't get a grace point here.
I won!
Luke, thank you so much for subscribing. Can we get some love in chat for Luke, please? Thank you. How are you doing? There is a grace point here. Okay, hang on. This is weird. I wonder what this zone is supposed to be. Doing good? I'm glad to hear it. I hope your week is off to a promising start. What is this? Finger birthing grounds. Oh, I thought that ghost was like something that showed up when I rested. But it's a player getting their ass beat, just like me. Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to go to the Round Table Pizza straight away. I want to see what we get from that remembrance. I'm going to assume spell. Probably 2 spells. That's going to be my guess. I'm sorry. The mother of all 2 fingers. The first emissary sent by the Greater Will doesn't get a cutscene? I'm never gonna shut up about this. It doesn't make sense.
I won!
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for gifting those subs out to the community. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, power for... I'm going to assume there's no equipment to be bought from the giant finger alien. Power? Staff of the Great Beyond. Staff fashioned from the tail fingers of Meteor, the mother of fingers, and the microcosm raised aloft over the crux they form. Catalyst for both casting sorceries and incantations. Sick. That's awesome, actually, that you can do it with one. That's cool. That's fantastic. That's a great quality of life upgrade. The mother received signs from the Greater Will, from the beyond of the microcosm. Despite being broken and abandoned, she kept waiting for another message to come. The mother received signs from the Greater Will, from the beyond of the microcosm. So I'm imagining the microcosm is potentially like where they come from. Despite being broken and abandoned, she kept waiting for another message. I mean, the finger readers did say that they had been abandoned by the Greater Will, but I took that to mean in like a tarnished kind of way. This would imply that everything here Wait, but if the mother of fingers wasn't getting messages from the Greater Will, what were the finger readers interpreting? What was this thing saying? Okay, hang on. We've got something else to read. The head of Meteor, the finger mother, wielded as a weapon without modification. From within the center of the fingerprint that wrinkles the creature's foremost protrusion, a tiny wart-like eye gazes vacantly into the beyond. Horrifying, actually. Unique skill, Kowtower's Resentment? Skill performed as a violent bow using a finger's foremost protrusion. Resentment builds as it is forced to bow, making it explode with anger. Hold button down to further increase resentment. That's interesting because in the context of being a weapon, it implies that there is still some consciousness remaining of Meteor's head. And she's not really cool with how we're using it. But outside of that, did Meteor resent being subservient to the Greater Will? I remember, so I'm a little bit hazy on early ER. But according to my memory, the finger readers believe that the fingers are still in contact with the greater will, because when it's time for you to burn the Erd tree, Enya is like, oh, the two fingers they're gonna figure out what to do. But they could be, it might take a long time for the greater will to get back to them. We could be here for a while. And then she's like, I think you should set fire to the tree, by the way, on the side. So I don't think the finger readers are necessarily aware of how dire the situation is. Maybe? I kind of want both of these. This might be the first DLC weapon that we dupe. Or remembrance, rather, because I think I want them both. The first shooting star to fall upon the lands between.
Queen Marika is the vessel of the Elden.
I just want to let this play in case we get something on the two fingers.
A god in truth. But after the Elden Ring's shattering, she was imprisoned in the Erd Tree.
Right, standard.
A grim punishment for shattering the Order.
Right.
Despite her godhood. The fingers speak. Marika's trespass demanded a heavy sentence. But even in shackles, she remains a god and the vision's vessel. Confer great runes to become Elden Lord and join Queen Marika
Yeah,
as her
so
consort. The fingers have
either
willed it so.
she's full of shit
Now you
and she's not getting anything from the fingers and Enya is making it up, or the fingers aren't getting anything from the greater will and they're making their own shit up. There's a part of me that's like, all right, we need to rush Landel to beat Morgott because I want to know what they say. I want to know what that cutscene is when it comes time for you to burn the tree, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Yeah, I want both of these though. So and then is there, I don't think I've unlocked any in base game. I feel like I should have. We know where they are in the DLC, so we'll just go to the DLC. Probably the easiest one is going to be this one here. I have not visited the manse again. Well, this is interesting. So we have the Finger Ruins of Rhea. The Finger Ruins of Mir. And the Finger Ruins of Dio. And then this is the Cathedral of Manus Matir. And it's underneath that we find Matir, Mother of Fingers, and the Finger Birthing Grounds. I'm getting on Torrent and I'm sipping my physic. I'm not taking any chances. I'm hoping I can get to the dupe zone without having to fight like a whole bunch of snakes and hands. I've had enough hands for one day. I do not think I need any more. Yes! Okay! Duplicate it. And then I'm gonna go back. It feels weird to call this a Heaven's Door, but it is a question I want answered, so we'll clarify it with Heaven's Door. Is it possible to dupe a remembrance more than once? Like, if I use the remembrance to get the second weapon, but then I want a copy of the remembrance in my inventory just because, like, I want to read it again, can I do that? I can duplicate them as many times as I want. I love it. Okay, give me the power. Give me the finger. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm gonna upgrade this stuff right away.
Well, I took you for no matter its layout your own.
Yeah. Strengthen. I guess it's gonna be a staff. Spooky finger. I'm gonna take it to 9, and we'll pause there. And then I'm gonna go to finger sword. I will probably need to buy some extra mats. Is it a hammer? It's a colossal weapon! It's interesting that it says weapon and not sword. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's not a sword. You could call it a club. It's just a colossal weapon. Interesting. So can I power stance it with any other colossal thing? Or does it have to be, like, is colossal sword and colossal weapon not compatible? You can pop them for runes. You can. I forget that because I always just like to keep them. Let's level up, actually. Let's, I don't know. We can just keep kind of crunching strength and dex. I feel like at some point the game is going to punish me for not having 60 vigor. But I guess I'll worry about that when it happens. That's a problem for future Crow. Not today, Crow. No, we'll do strength since we just took something colossal. We might as well. Bonk. Okay. Hey, Entrods, welcome back. So, the question becomes, I want to look at the birthing grounds just to make sure it is just in fact like an empty cavern we're meant to teleport out of. It does in fact look like an empty cavern we are meant to teleport out of. I can't believe this didn't get... Man, this is... It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. I'm cool. I'm normal. I'm normal about it. Alright, I want to check up this fucked up finger rock. Do you think there's an item on that? Or is that just like a weird fucked up glow? That's a reflection. Okay. But I still want to check out the fucked up finger rock. And then we'll leave and we'll actually go back to the cathedral. Nice! I am unable to check out the fucked up finger rock. Okay. Yeah, it's been really disappointing. I don't game develop, so I don't know the kinds of time or money goes into this sort of thing, but I have been really, like, surprised by how few bosses actually have cutscenes. It makes them feel less significant. Midra? I almost said Midir. Midra had a cutscene and Rolana had a cutscene. Rolana. Beast parade guy had a cutscene. But I hate him, so he doesn't count. Jolan is gone. I can still examine.
What have you done?
No!
Wounded Count Emir.
No!
Such that he wishes for your death, and I must attend to the Count's concerns.
Heaven's Door, did I fuck up or is this scripted? No, you're so right. Yeah, Rolana did not have a cutscene. I just like her so much. I wish that she had. It's seriously just Midra and Divine Beast Dancing Lion. That's insane. Scripted. Okay. Heaven's Door. Should I have gone to the cemetery before I touched the chair? Because I'm wondering if he was out there and if I would have like gotten some dialogue from him. No. All right. Great. Oh, this is such a bummer. You're so cool. It really doesn't have to be like this. That was sick!
My dear star, a fine mother. You will be.
My shining star, grant me a mother's strength. Look here, at my fingers. I will be the true mother. And I will be the only mother. My dear children.
Okay, there's a lot happening here. You're actually a boss? Yeah, nope, these definite, yep, okay. Those are fingers coming right out of him. The discoloration by his eyes makes me wonder if he gouged them out. It's kind of hard to say. And I don't think he's really gonna let me take a peek. Alright, I don't think we want to fight these super close together. Oh, he's off in the corner! There's like a corridor back here? Stop getting these things out of your body!
Truly, I desire to be your mother.
Emir's bell bearing, eternal staff, high priest hat, high priest robe, gloves, and undergarments. This sucks. Okay. Soft and well tailored. Robe of Count Emir conceals the abundance of squirming. Was his robe open during that fight? That's sick. I assumed that he transformed. But if he was always like that and his robe was just open, that's cool. Gold embroidery decorates the purple cloth with a jeweled ruff that sparkles like a flower wet with dew. We did want something purple. The circular design at the top represents the greater will and its lightless abyss, imparting increased intelligence and arcane to the wearer. Though Count Emir instructed Rolana in the sorcerous arts, he abandoned his allegiance to the moon. It was merely the closest of the celestial bodies, nothing more. Staff of Count Emir, who made himself a mother of fingers, carried for want of tail fingers of his own, enhance his finger sorceries. The crystal ball, the representative of a microcosm, would not receive any sign. Found upon his perished flesh. So, Heaven's Door, this was all scripted? Oh, it's kind of a bummer. Oh. Cherishing fingers. Okay, so that's the sorcery. A finger sorcery of Count Emir, aspiring mother of fingers, surrounds the caster with a mesh of hefty fingers that wards away all manner of projectiles, whether magical or physical in nature, away from the caster. Charging enhances potency. The dear fingers look after their mother. Or perhaps it is merely what the mother wishes to believe. Is there ever gonna be... Oh, is there something over here? A FromSoft game where I'm not invaded or otherwise having to kill the NPCs around me? Because that would be cool. I kind of want to see if I can go back down. Like, I just want to see if there are any other secrets in this area. I think probably we're done, but... But it's always good to check. Can we blow it again? I'm assuming if we do, nothing happens. Time to play the hit 1998 game Shadow Tower. Oh, I thought it was an item, but that's just a message. Yeah, I guess there's really nothing here that sucks so bad. Man. Nothing can happen. Like, it can't take me back. I didn't... Okay, it takes me back, but nothing has changed. Okay. Well... I'm sad now. Oh, I'm gonna get a lot sadder, aren't I?
Count Emir, the stars, the sky. I see them not.
Okay. Heaven's Door. Can I leave and do this later? Yes or no? Because we've gotten this prompt some other time. Where have we seen this prompt before? Where did we get it? No, don't. No, hang on. We saw this, but right now we have two options. The last time we saw it, we only had one. Who was it? Where was it? Okay, I can leave. Okay, I can leave. Was it this lad? I think it was this lad. Okay. So we can give that, and he was moaning and groaning about America. Hang on. So what's his name? Queelag? Queeline. Queefer. I'm sorry. I'm calling him Queelag. And this is Jolan. And she says she can't see the stars. And Queelag was talking about America. And like Grace and stuff, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. And we have iris items. Is that a tool? An iris blessed with an incantation of the Erd Tree. Place on the eye of another to grant them the light. I have 2 of each. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, this made me remember Talia. Maybe we should check on him. To grant them the light of grace as a fleeting blessing can also be used to receive the blessing of an equipped great room. In the realm of shadow, this artifice was employed by the priests of the Erd Tree to quell the fears of their flock to magnificent effect. This is an iris as dark as night. Place on the eye of another to deny them light in all its forms. In the realm of shadow, this artifice was employed by the priests of the Erd Tree to intensify the fears of their flock to magnificent effect. Okay. If we have the option of either, for both, I'm going to have to see his dialogue again. But I think we should do this for Queelag. Queeline. Kroger. I'm never gonna remember his name. Cause he was like moaning on the floor about America and stuff. Great. I think if I remember correctly, I'd have to see his dialogue again. But what do I do for you? Heaven's Door. Can someone paste her dialogue one more time? She was like, oh, Emir, I don't see the stars. Was she talking about stars? Because if she wants to see stars, should we make her vision darker? Or should, if she wants to see stars, do we give her light? I don't know. And this feels like an important choice. The stars, the sky. Ah, she asks for light. Okay. Then I think probably maybe we want to give light to both of them. Maybe. Depending on what that lad's dialogue is. Heaven's Door. Is there a... How do I want to phrase this? Is there a point of no return for this? Like, is there a point by which I have to do this? Or something... I, like, lose the opportunity or the game defaults to its own fucking thing? Because if I can do either of them at basically any time... It'll be something we worry about on Friday, I think. Not that I know of. I think those NPCs are there to stay. It's weird that we have 4 of them. Unless they gave us 2 of each. In case we wanted to use the same 2. And there aren't any other NPCs that need these. Don't be the... I figured, Getty. Yeah, okay. Okay. What is this awful little thing? Ugh. Oh, that reminds me we got the 2 fingers emote. I was going to ask a question about that. You know, that doesn't matter. We can save. I'll make a note to myself, and that can wait. Because there's a part of me that thinks if we use that emote somewhere, potentially in Matier's arena, something will happen. Okay. I think we should call it here. I didn't check the island, but I did put a marker on the island, so I won't forget it. As I go back through the map to clear out some icons, we'll find it because I put it down here. Tialie, my boy. My boy. Okay, yeah. I think we should stop here. We got a ton done. We beat a boss. We killed a friend. And I think next week maybe we'll pivot over here. And then I'll leave it up to the community whether we tackle Peak, Tree Worship, or Dark Chamber. It's sad. It's very like fatiguing in a way because it's just like, man, can I stop killing people? Is that so much to ask? Matier was sick. I was disappointed Matier did not get a cutscene. That's feeling increasingly like a common thread for a lot of the boss fights. Strongly reminded me of something I would see out of Bloodborne. Yeah, wait, no, hang on. I just remembered we got a bell bearing. Let me give the bell bearing because we might be able to buy that spell that I'm missing. Huh? Like, it's just weird to me. All these remembrance bosses and only 2 cutscenes. Oh, I got a bunch. Yeah, I have some mushroom, have a mold monger. There's Emir's. Okay. I'm gonna buy this. That's for me. Is there anything else to buy? Mold, I guess. Nice. Okay, yeah, just like mold and string and shit. Maybe some mushrooms. Yeah, cool. Great. Fantastic bell bearings, guys. You did a good one. Yeah, yeah. We got the string peddler's ball bearing, the mushroom seller, the mold monger. All really vital ingredients that that are in high demand at the store. All of the things you could buy, but why would you buy those things when you could make purchases of large quantities of string and mold and mushrooms? You know what? I was gonna be like, my walls, these babies can pack so much mold. The cornerstone of any local economy, string and mushrooms and mold. I'm actually glad we went out on a silly note because I was really sad that we were invaded and then had to fight Emir. If I think about it, it'll make me... Yo, you farm your own mold! Industrious! Organic? Yeah, I bet. We should call it here. Yeah, I don't want to, but we should. We got a lot done. It is 4 o'clock. I have eaten 8 peanut butter pretzels all day, so I should probably have some real food. we will tackle... I'll bring us back into the DLC, actually. We'll tackle Ruins of Rao next time. Unless people have a different opinion, I'll throw up everything that we've not done. Ruins of Rao. Tree Worship Sanctum. I would prefer not to do Jagged Peak or Dark Chamber. But I'll put Jagged Peak up here. So y'all can choose. I think we should bang out the Ruins. Because it feels like doing Tree Worship and Dark Chamber in one go. Because it's in the same area would be like a good idea. But... interesting. And we do have a bunch of Ghost Flame Dragons we've not fought yet. So that'll be interesting to work with as well. I did not expect Tree Worship to take the lead here. Okay. Well, then we will bounce from Tree Worship to Ruins. And it's a small area, but it seems important. So we could be there for a while. I'm not sure. We'll do Sanctum into Ruins, into Peak into Chamber, I think. Yeah. All right. I'll make a note to myself. And we will start from the Tree Worship Sanctum on Friday at the usual time of 12 p.m. noon Pacific. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. I had a good time. Well, I had a time. I had a complicated time, is what I had. It was good. It was sad. I don't know. Where are my cutscenes? Unbelievable. 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 Anyway, a time was in fact had. I hope you all have great weeks. I will see you on Discord. I'll take a peek and see if anyone that we know is streaming, but most people just be streaming Elden Ring, so... Oh, hang on. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna raid Gloom. Gloom is on a break, but she is streaming RL1 Dance Pad Melania because she's cracked. She's nuts. She's the best. And I think we should raid her. So we're gonna raid Gloom Shadows. Huh. Invalid username. I left off the S. There we go. All right, everyone, have a great week. I will see you on Discord and also on Friday. Take care of yourselves, and have a good night. Bye.